What's up, Jammies? Welcome back to another episode of Ricky's Ram Jam presented by Barefoot Wine. Week 18 win over the Niners felt so great, and now the Rams are the 6th seed heading to Detroit for a storybook wildcard game. Matthew Stafford back in Detroit against Jared Goff. You can't write this. Before I get started, I want to dedicate this episode to my 104-year-old grandfather who passed away this weekend, who watches the Rams strictly because of me, even though he's in New England. This past Sunday was the first game he hasn't watched in a while. He was a remarkable person, born in 1919. He was 104 when he passed away, and I got the opportunity to go home for Christmas, and we said goodbye, which was tough, but a good way to remember him. He was very, he was up with it until the very end, and we got to just hug each other, and he told me how proud he was of me, and he knew that it was the end, and we had great conversations. We were looking at all the photos together. It was really, really a beautiful end to 104 years of just amazingness, and he was absolutely incredible. So I love you, Jote, and I know that you're back from Nana now, so that's exciting. All right, week 18, flowers. I want to give some flowers out because who doesn't love flowers? If you're listening to this right now and you're like, I don't really care about flowers, then get them for someone else. It doesn't cost much. Go to Trader Joe's. They're cheap. No one is going to say no to flowers. Like, flowers are great. So let's give Puka Nacua some flowers. Most receptions and receiving yards by a rookie in NFL history. Hello, flowers. Like, maybe some roses, maybe some peonies, maybe some like ferns, like some cool greenery in there, like a whole bouquet to Puka. What an amazing, amazing accomplishment. And that moment with his mom, just so touching. Byron Young got his first fumble recovery. Carson Wentz, yeah, you remember him? 17 rushing attempts, the most by a Rams QB in a single game since 1950. My 104-year-old grandfather was 30 when that happened. This is crazy. 1950. Carson Wentz threw his body on the line. What an exciting game. Oh my God, I'm so pumped up going into wildcard weekend. So enough about that. Let's talk about this wildcard game. Time to toast some Barefoot Wine to my guest. She is the queen of NFL data science and an analytics expert for NFL Network. She is Cynthia Frelund. Cynthia, we've shared so many bottles of wine together over the years, haven't we?
I kind of have like a headache thinking about it, but yes, no, it's good. We have more to come. I think the Combine will probably be the next time we get to have some good old vino because it's busy until then, man.
Right? We're going crazy. Yeah. So the NFL script is really a work of art this year, isn't it?
I mean, you couldn't have written it better if you were to, like, at the beginning of the season, like, what would be like the best way to end this thing? There are so many this week. Maybe the Bills and Steelers game is like not as awesome, but every other game is really, really great. And it's the storylines, the players. I mean, Houston playing with house money, already making it to win their division. Like, all this stuff is like, there's just so many cool things going on. I'm like psyched for this super wild card weekend.
Yeah, I mean, even just Rams-Lions, Matthew Stafford back in Detroit, Jared Goff against the Rams, Lions hosting a playoff game for the first time in 30 years. I mean, you can't, like you said it, you can't write this.
Tyreek Hill back in Kansas City for the first time. Mike McCarthy hosting the Packers.
In Green Bay.
Like, maybe his job isn't safe. Like, there's so many cool little nuggets here. Like, I know, it's good. It's really good.
So you've been a Lions fan. What are you most looking forward to this Rams-Lions wildcard game?
I mean, I really wish that I was going to be able to go to it because I would love to see. I mean, just so you know, if you're ever in Detroit, like, these are generous tailgating fans. Like, you have so much. It's not a place where you go and you're like, ooh, it's hostile territory. Not at all. It's right. Like, come have a brat with us, like, let's do whatever. So I'm kind of sad that I won't get to see the whole scene because, I was hearing stories about how the line was like 4 blocks long, like 3 minutes after the Lions secured the home playoff game. So it's just special to be a part of something like that. And it's like kind of perfect that Matthew Stafford's back for it. It kind of, obviously it's a little weird, but every single Lions fan was cheering for the Rams to win the Super Bowl. Right. They all we all were like, oh man, he deserved it. That's the kind of thing. But now we're like, do you think he already got his? The Lions fans are like, he got one. We're good. Like, let us have our turn now. It's just been 30 years. No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. 30 years. Matthew Stafford returning to Detroit. I know that that's the main storyline, and I've been seeing Lions fans on Twitter being like, we supported him exactly like what you just said in the Super Bowl, but now, we love him and he's our guy, but also it's going to be so much fun with this build up into it. But let's talk about Matthew Stafford's play of late. How has his play and leadership helped shape this second half run?
Well, I think that part of the reason, look, Puka Nakua's had just this incredible year, kind of out of nowhere. You really have to give the front office and the coaching staff so much credit for that one, because it's not like the Rams have drafted high in a really long time since Jared Goff. But it really does help when you have a veteran like Matthew Stafford to be able to not just like be reliable with when the ball gets to a certain spot, but also to like help call out what's going on in the defenses, to leverage like all of the different things that he's seen and help make the O-line even better. Like, I don't know if anyone thought this O-line would be as great as they've been this season. I don't think anyone thought Kyren Williams this time. And if we would have talked about this in August, we would have been like, I don't know what to expect from this squad, right? Like, we know Aaron Donald's great. We know Matthew Stafford's great. But it really, though, the veteran leadership makes a huge difference. I think sometimes when people are talking about the elite ones, we forget to talk about Matthew Stafford. I don't forget it, but many people forget to add his name to that list of the current elites playing.
I mean, the NFL posted this stat graphic that I'd like to share with you. I'm sure you've seen it, but the most receiving yards in a single season was by Calvin Johnson. The last wide receiver to win a Triple Crown was Cooper Kupp, and the most receptions and receiving yards by a rookie in a single season in NFL history, Puka Nacua. The QB for all of those, Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
And they posted the graphic with him just kind of like giving like a little like timid wave, sort of like a smirk. It was awesome. But how are the Lions against the run? Because Kyren Williams has been such a big reason for this offensive surge since the bye. Like, how pivotal of a role do you expect Kyren to play in his first ever playoff game?
Yeah, the funny part here is that I think, so I just pulled like a bunch of, we do this NFL Plus stuff. So it's like, obviously that's who we picked for this game. One of the, we forecast maybe 4 or 5 players' stats for it. And Kyren Williams came up, and it's a pretty massive game. To me, if the Rams want to go to Detroit and win this game, it's going to be controlling the football. Kyren Williams, especially the way they're using him, which is so like McVay special, like it is the Shanahan tree to a T, perfect. Like, the Lions will take more risks, but Kyren Williams being steady would be the reason the Rams would win this game. If he, and again, with the upside of Puka Nacua with some of the explosive plays, but it's really going to be kind of eating away the clock and also staying manageable on first and second down with the run game. That's going to be what would win the game for the Rams.
Yeah, we're talking Puka Nacua too. There's also Cooper Kupp on the field. It's totally. Just when you really look at this Rams offense, it's really, really catching its stride, and it's been so much fun to watch.
You did not expect rookie record-setting performances from a fifth round. Like, you just used it. Obviously, Nakua's draft stock fell because he was injured. So there is a little bit of, I'm going to say, luck involved, because, it's not like people didn't think he was good. They just didn't know how fast or if he would heal as well as he has. And that's credit to the Rams for, being able to provide the right sorts of training staff and get back. Like, not every team has that same sort of, it was like luck, but like the same sort of, training staff and getting you back post injury. Not every team is that well situated. So, it's a huge credit to them as well. I don't think Puka would, my point is without the injury, Puka would not have fallen to the 5th round, but credit to the Rams for making it work.
Okay. So Cynthia, you're the numbers gal. Mm-hmm. You love numbers.
Love numbers.
When you love them. When you run the numbers for this wild card game, tell me why the Rams could pull this off.
It's really going to come down to the defense for the Lions. Can they do the thing? Because Matthew Stafford, so my favorite Matthew Stafford stat ever, and actually he was the reason I started creating this stat, was what happens after a pressure. Like, so I want to know for a quarterback, what happens the next down or the next play after they were pressured. And like, it's a sack, it's a, any sort of pressure, right? And Matthew Stafford had the highest completion percentage, the highest passer rating, the most touchdowns on the play. Now, again, the touchdowns after pressure, that's very low number, but he still had the most if you look over the
Right.
season. So that was what he was always really good at. And I think that in this particular matchup, the Lions, like Aiden Hutchinson's been able to provide some pressure-ish, but one pass rusher does not a pass rush make. So it's going to be very difficult to rock Matthew Stafford in that way. So can the Lions defense, can Aaron Glenn get what's left of they are missing some of the secondary. Like, can they use CJ Gardner-Johnson and Brian Branch, who also a rookie out of Alabama? He's been a very versatile and great piece added to that secondary. Does that give them enough to just get the one or two stops, maybe stop the run game, keep the control? So if Kyron Williams and the run game control with deep plays to Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, anyone else really, tight ends, etc., that will be what seals it. But whoever gets the most steady on those first and second downs, that's going to be the one that's so unsexy to say, but it's true. Like, it's like, hey, the people who win first and second down, they're going to win this. But it's true because they both have the capacity for explosive plays at any moment. And there are some vulnerabilities on the Rams defense too against explosive plays. Amon-Ra St. Brown and those in-breakers that if you watch anything on the lines, it'll be like Jared Goff and the in-breakers. You know who knows that? Your entire coaching staff. So they're going to be on high alert for it. The problem is there's no Jalen Ramsey on this defense anymore. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to stop that than it would have been last season or what, I'm not saying anything controversial here, but whoever can limit the explosive plays, but again, first and second down, keep it nice and very unsexy.
Absolutely. Perfect. Unsexy. I know all about that. Cynthia, you don't though. So time for the Ram Jam.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where I ask my guests the same 3 questions, rapid fire style.
Love it.
If you were about to have your last meal on earth, what would it be?
Ooh, my mom's lasagna. Yeah.
That's sexy.
I mean, I'd eat the whole pan. I could probably eat the whole pan now. So it's so good. It's like a family recipe from forever. That's easy answer.
I love your mom. I love your mom so much.
I mean, she's nuts. She loves you. Like, we could trade. She'd be like, great, I'll take Erica. You can go with Erica's family. Like, whatever happens to you, but I'll take Erica. That literally Marianne would be like,
I mean, it's a great trade because my family adores you too. So I feel like everyone would win out. Cynthia, if you could live in an amusement park, shopping center, or other fun place, where would you choose and why?
Ooh, have you ever been to Tivoli in Copenhagen?
Yeah. I haven't.
It's kind of like, I mean, it's like, it's like a Six Flags type of thing, but it's in downtown. Nobody is happier than people in Denmark. They are the happiest folk ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to be around that level of, like, they ride bikes and like laugh, and Tivoli, like there's those it's very fun. So I would say probably there, because truly everyone there is just so happy. It's unreal.
I'm going to have to add that to my list. I've been to Copenhagen, but I'm never outside the airport. And also too, I always say that, like, if I could bottle up a feeling, it would, like, there's no greater sense of happiness than when a child realizes they're on a Jumbotron.
My cousin's kids were on the Jumbotron at SoFi, and I swear to God, and they went to the game, they're 6, and they went to the game dressed as Buddy the Elf, because as one does. And they were on the Jumbotron, and they're like twins. I took a picture of the picture. I can't tell which one's which, but they talk about it. We were on the big screen. Love it.
Yeah. There's no greater feeling. True. Cynthia, what would a collage of your life include?
A lot of pictures of Gordy, my dog, who I love and I can't get enough of. Let's see. We'll talk personally. Have you met my fiance yet? You got to meet him. He likes to surf. He's cool.
Did you just say fiance?
Yeah.
Is this how you're telling me?
I guess, yeah.
You're breaking it live on my show?
Breaking.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's super nice. Super nice. Yeah.
Wait, when did this happen?
A little while ago. I mean, I'm not like a big planner. I'm not like a big, I also not a big, woo, you know me.
Yeah, but like, how did I not know this? I'm a horrible friend.
No, I haven't seen you in forever. We gotta I don't know. It's weird to be like, hey, here's my thing. Like, no, but
Oh my God. I have met him, but not as your fiance.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, well.
Okay, so pictures of him.
Yep. And let's see what else. Obviously, my family. I love my family. You know that more than like anything. Including my nieces. My nieces, by the way, are now 14 and 16, which you're kind of a jerk when you're that age. But I still like them, and I'm cool. But like we're getting through it. We're almost through it. The 16-year-old's through it, but like the
14-year-old's just getting started. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man. Anyways, but family, and then obviously being outside. I love to like bike, run, beach, all of it. I mean, when you're from Michigan and you live here, you just take it. I wake up every day. I'm like, heck yeah, the beach is right there. Even though it's freezing today, I go, the beach, the beach. So.
How many marathons have you ran?
25. Don't worry about it. It's ridiculous. It's
20,
so over
25. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's insane. I'm just going to end the show here.
I made this like goal of doing one in every state. So I'm halfway, which means I still have 25 to go.
That's a lot of marathons, and I can't find the motivation to make myself go to the gym today, so now I'm going to have to. Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Is that what it's going to take for me to get engaged? I have to run 25 marathons? Jeez.
No, you have to walk Gordy.
Tough.
Gordy we met walking Gordy, so come walk Gordy. He's actually really cute. People truly stop. I mean, I know I'm super biased, but people stop me. They're like, your dog is so cute. I'm like, thank you. He's very sweet. I rescued him. He's my baby.
Well, Cynthia, I love watching all that you do, and you're the reason I turn into NFL Network, and I'm excited to see this weekend, and the Lions-Rams game is going to be so awesome. Sunday night, under the lights. Excited. Thank you so much for your time. I love you. It was so good to see you. Of course.
I love you. Thank you so much for having me. Have so much fun. Like, this is going to be, this is a really great weekend. And honestly, even as a Lions fan, there's no loss here, right? They won the division, maybe a little ahead of schedule. So we're all playing with house money here. It's great.
Cynthia Frelund, what a joy. So exciting. You guys, it's Wild Card Weekend. This is so exciting. Let me know where you're watching. I know there's official Rams watch parties in LA, which will be so exciting. Are you going to the game? Hit me up. Let me know where you're watching the game. I'm going to be popping around some places in LA, so let me know where you're going to be at. Jammies, let's go. Wild Card Weekend. All right, I love you, Joe. Let's ram it.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on our videos.